Greetings, lords and ladies. Welcome to the Surfing Violinist. If you're a new subscriber who saw the T-Series PewDiePie video and you're expecting a lot of Indian-related content, it's going to be few and far between. I live in America now. I'm about to start another full-time job. So I'm just going to comment on stuff when people ask me a question that I'm interested in and I feel like I have some expertise to answer it. So that's probably going to be it. So I hate to disappoint you. Like today, I'm uploading another video. I'd really ask you to Indian viewers, if this is something you're not interested in, the stuff that you're going to be seeing on this channel, just unsubscribe again. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I totally get it. No big deal. You're looking for India-related content. There are other channels that can facilitate that far better than I can. I will always have an eye on India and try to comment. The whole reason I made that video was because I saw the coffee break video on T-Series and he was acting like a journalist, like doing this good research. It's just garbage. It's just garbage journalism. And then H3, of course, what they said about it. Those two things together, I just like, I have to say something. First of all, I'm a little guilty too for pitching into the clickbaitiness of this whole thing. I named the video T-Series PewDiePie, the full story. And that was clickbait, and I knew it was clickbait. It's not the full story. I mean, the full story would be a freaking 2.5 hour. Full story would be a season documentary. It would be an hour. Just, this is how T-Series came into being. This is how YouTube came into being. This is how the internet came into being. And this is how PewDiePie came into being. Like, I mean, you would really have to take that comprehensive of an analysis of it, right? And so mine is less terrible, but I feel like I gave into that sort of yellow journalism attitude, just this clickbaity sort of thing by naming the video that. One of the details I missed out and why it's not the full story is a lot of you pointed out the Reliance Jio connection. That's something that happened after I came back from India. So that's something I'll look into, and maybe I'll make a video about that and talk about that. I do want to make another video, and it may happen next week or it may happen the week after. I'm not sure when it will happen. It will happen the next couple of weeks. And I wish there was a way you could, like, on YouTube, like have a category of videos, and you could be like, oh, notify me when he uploads a video about this topic. That would be cool. But of course, you know, YouTube is too busy, again, sucking up to corporations to actually give functionality to their website. I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm just saying you're probably not going to like what you see on this channel. You know, I will try to talk about India content that excites me. So, you know, if you have ideas for videos, there's been some good comments that made me think, oh, I would like to talk about that. The next video, I do want to talk about a little more about T-Series and capitalism. Someone called me a communist because I had the, you know, audacity to make fun of corporations. A lot of corporations, just a little teaser for what I'm going to say in that video, a lot of corporations are not capitalist at all. They've had to make compromises because government overreach, and they're in bed with government, and they have employed a policy of regulatory capture and rent seeking. A great example would be all these roided out Hollywood stars from back in the day, and I won't name names in case I get some sort of defamation thing. You can't say anything anymore without something happening. So someone takes tons of steroids, becomes hugely buff, and then once he gets into power and it's not cool to take steroids anymore, he goes on to become a politician. Is like, so man, steroids are bad. They're going to kill your kids. I totally never used them. T-Series was plagiarizing music. They were doing bootleg copies of stuff. That's why the Mumbai underworld was so PO'd. Of course, as if the Mumbai underworld had any claims to morality. That's just the irony to me about people defending T-Series or Yash Raj or any of these things. Like, Yash Raj made its whole career copying other people's music for years, and now they copyright claim anything. Even if it's fair use, even if it's just commentary or parody, like any Holly Bolly video that I ever made that parodies Yash Raj, if it has one of their images flipped, they get all the money from that. That's capitalism. No, it's not capitalism. That's called regulatory capture. Capitalism does not mean trying to make money. That's not what it means. Capitalism is about value. People have been trying to make money and amass power for thousands of years. I'm starting to get into that video already. All right, I'll go just a little bit longer. People have been trying to make money and amass power for thousands of years. If capitalism meant power and amassing power and having a little mini empire that you control and everyone has to suck up to you, then the Egyptians with their pyramids would have been the greatest capitalist enterprise in the history of the world. The Taj Mahal would be a capitalist enterprise. Giant monolithic things that are being built and depend on unfair allocation of resources. Let's put it that way. Or the use of slave labor. Anything that uses slave labor, the British East India Company, not a capitalist entity. Okay? And I've seen so many Indians defending Indian companies just because they're Indians at the top of them, but they're employing the same methodology. You think Ambuja or the Ambanis or the Tata family or T-Series, the Kumars care about you? You think they represent Indians? No, they represent greed. It's the same sort of mentality that had Indians fighting each other before the Brits came in. How do you think the Brits actually took control of India? Huh? You think they came in with superior firepower? No. They could rule all of India with less people. How? How did they do that? Because they settled disputes between the warring factions. Because between these princes who were spending so much time building their own little Taj Mahal sorts of things, palaces, and oh, look how special I am. How are modern Indian companies any different from that now? Like PewDiePie making fun of you, that offends you, but T-Series stealing resources and taking credit for work that they barely do. Oh, well, they paid for it. Guys, American companies pay for stuff all the time. They do not get the same balance sheet. They do not get the same amount of revenue out of it. They do not get the same amount of credit. Someone said, oh, well, T-Series paid for that Punjabi music video, so of course they're going to upload it on their YouTube channel. No, that's not how it works in America. Bruno Mars and the other dude, whatever that guy's name is, make Uptown Funk. I'm not, and this is the thing, you're having me defend like the Western pop music. I hate Western pop music. I'd rather listen to your music, honestly. But as far as the business model goes, no, you cannot defend T-Series here with a good conscience. They're a giant monopoly. They're not capitalist. They don't care about value. They care about amassing as much power as possible. They're no different than the Mumbai underworld. Maybe they're not killing people. I don't know. The proof is in the pudding in terms of how they distribute their content. They get Hrithik Roshan and whoever the playback, and Yo-Yo Honey Singh on that video, Dire Dire Say, while I was there. First of all, not Indian music's finest hour, a bunch of Yo-Yo Honey Singh auto-tune. Oh man, fantastic stuff there. But who gets the credit for all that? I know that they got paid. I understand that. But when RCA and some director make a video for Zayn Sia or Sia or however you say her name, From Dusk Till Dawn, where does that music video go? On the Stars channel, Zayn's channel. It doesn't go on RCA's channel. It doesn't go on the director of the channel. It doesn't go on the producer's channel. It goes on Zayn's channel. Back in the day, you had these rich benefactors that pretty much owned musicians, like Mozart. Mozart's story was really sad. Like he could barely just make ends meet. He's one of the greatest musicians of all time. He could barely make ends meet because he had these aristocrats that basically ruled everything. Again, an aristocrat who rules everything is not capitalism. Just because they have money and power does not make them a capitalist. And now in India, you have the same thing. Like what Beethoven did, he basically, he kind of threw his shoulders out and said, look, no one's going to own me, okay? I'm the talent here. I'm the songwriter here. You stupid aristocrat, you can't write Beethoven's Night. You couldn't sing it. You couldn't play it on the violin. I'm the man, not you. And you're defending the Kumar brother like they need your defense? Oh, they're representing India against PewDiePie. PewDiePie? It's just a dude, man. Like he made fun of you and you hurt your feelings and you're going to go subscribe to T-Series and protest? Really? That is so petulant. That is so flippant. In the meantime, T-Series is not compensating your Indian brothers for their actual work. I've seen that stuff. I've been on a Bollywood set. I sat face to face with the brothers who made that god-awful movie. I blocked it out of my mind. Houseful 3. I had a speaking part with Ritesh Deshmukh. First of all, my rant about that, Bollywood, it's 2018. Can you maybe invest in lapel mics for crying out loud? They dubbed over my accent. I did a pretty good English accent. They dubbed over it with this person's reading off a page, the worst voice acting I've ever heard. I had to fight tooth and nail to get paid cash under the table for that speaking role with a middle-level Bollywood star. Fight tooth and nail just to get paid. Wasn't doing it for the money. I was just doing it for the principle of the thing. And I found that
They gypped so many people that day. They had so many extras. They promised money and they didn't even pay them. Cash under the table. T-Series is part of that racket, man. They're making money hand over fist, not compensating people. How do you think they're treating their chaparasis, huh? You think that's okay? You want to be mad at PewDiePie for doing bad comic bits? As if there aren't bad Indian comedians making fun of other Indians all the time? That's okay. So if you're still here, I'm just trying to get rid of some of the new subscribers who think I'm just going to be some suck-up. Man, I wasn't supposed to talk about all this in this video. It was really supposed to be an apology for doing the clickbait thing. So I changed the title. I will do some research about that. Maybe I'll do a video about it, about Reliance Jio and its effect on things. You know, I love India. I hope to be able to go back one day. I want to come back on my own steam and actually add value in India. Because that's what I believe capitalism is. I believe capitalism is about creating value, not extracting money, not playing the zero-sum game in which it's just wealth redistribution. It's the same thing as communism, except more for me. It's like a vacuum, just sucking the value out of everyone else's time and life. I hate that. I hated it when I was in India. I hate it now. I'm back in America. I see it everywhere. When I say that about T-Series, oh man, you have not heard me. The times I've cussed my computer out about Microsoft, Adobe. I hate it. I hate corporatism. I hate rent seeking. I hate fake capitalism, posing as capitalism. I want to see value. I want to see efficiency. I want to see honesty and integrity. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel. I'm writing a book right now called Building a Better Me. It is all about trying to, you can tell I'm unhinged. There's something tweaked in my brain. It's about trying to fight depression and anger and anxiety. The allure of addiction. Drugs are killing people all over the world. It's not just happening here in America. It's happening in India too. When I was in Noida, it's like 2012, I finally found this. This is how my movie begins. I'm doing a documentary based on the book. It's also called Building a Better Me. And the movie starts off telling this story. There was a businessman in City Center Stage Mall in Noida Sector 18. He walked all the way up to the top. That mall is really tall. I think he went up towards the theater area and jumped to his death. He committed suicide right there in Noida. And I know that feeling. I've wanted to do it so many times since I came back from India. My dad had this outburst, drug-induced outburst last year. Just about tore our family apart. Like cops had to wrestle this 70-year-old man down to gurney because he like hulked out, like went nuts. This is what my channel's about, okay? I do want to apologize for in any ways that I've disrespected India. But just know that I'm not going to suck up anymore. I just don't think that's going to help India. I don't want to be, the white poster boy for India, but I will be your champion as much as I can be. And when I see stuff that I'm like, that's not accurate, I will come in and try to say what I can. I'm uploading another video today, like I said, about my buddy Anthony's music. So again, if you don't like it, just unsubscribe or just click the video out. You just don't have to watch it. Just don't dislike the video. It's disrespectful of him, man. He's doing good work, I promise you. He is not a crony capitalist. He's an honest musician. He's a good man. Until next time, keep it creative, keep it cross-cultural, and keep it constructive, YouTube. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. YouTubers. Keep it constructive, YouTubers. Thank you very much.